Hello friends, welcome to week 10's Q&As, joined by my lovely wife Lucy.
Hello.
Lucy will ask me some of your questions. Let's start with the first one.
So this week I have a group questions that are similar, so like that we can answer more people. So the first one is by Marco Azurini. He said, "Hey Leo, I hope you and Lucy are holding on fine with this quarantine. As I'm planning to have my next quarterly 6-day fast in about a month. Not to worry about Corona, I think I've already caught it. I am wondering what supplements will break or diminish the benefit of the fast. Especially I'm thinking about creatine. Will it impair my fast?" And the follow-up question is by Waremis92. "What are your thoughts on drinking black coffee or tea during a fast? This will reduce or increase the effectiveness of the fast."
Thank you, Lucy, for the questions. It's great to group them together. So hello, Marco. I hope you're doing well as well. We made a separate update on this, but I do think that fasting while having the coronavirus may be extremely unpleasant. Hopefully it's not your first fast, but I'm not sure if I talked to you about this before, but anyway, it could be very unpleasant and you may want to be careful about that, but you could try it anyway. But if you have a bad experience, just don't blame it on the fast. Just realize that it's just because of the virus and the inflammation that your body may be having at the time. So about creatine. Creatine you should not be taking while you're fasting. It is nutritional and it adds energy to your body. During your fast, you want your body to be you want your body's systems that are nutrient sensing to notice that you are nutrient deprived. That is what starts the fast, really. So if you're doing anything that's making your body sense that you have more nutrients than you do have, you're reducing the effectiveness of the fast, because to some degree, you're going to turn off certain pathways like AMP kinase and things like that, or you may turn on mTOR. Now, creatine may not turn on mTOR, but it's best to be careful with this. In general, okay, I'll get to the coffee and the tea in a second. In general, the feeling is that anything that you take that will signal to your body that you have nutrients could potentially reduce the effectiveness of the fast. But with that said, a lot of people are concerned about fasting fully, water fasting. So what's happened is there's a fellow named Walter Longo, who is the head of the school of, I think it's, I forgot what the school's called, but at University of Southern California, Walter Longo had created a diet he calls the fasting mimicking diet. So this fasting mimicking diet includes mostly fat, a little bit of complex carbs, no protein, at below 1,000 calories a day. He has it for 5 days, and then he has a recovery period also, like 2 days later. He created this diet that he tested in rodents as well as on humans, and he says that most of the pathways that are activated during the fast appear to still be activated. At least what I mean to say is that the benefits of the fast appear to be there to a significant effect, even though he includes nuts and some complex carbohydrates and things like that. Walter Longo has a company that he doesn't take profit from, that provides these materials, the foods from his fast, called Prolon. You can check it out online, and they mail the stuff to you. Or you could just make up the diet yourself, according to his guidelines. I should include them. Maybe I'll include his guidelines as an image on this video. Point is, he doesn't use protein, because any amount of protein will activate mTOR and IGF-1. So we know that protein has a huge signaling factor. Whereas, creatine is not protein, but it is energy, just like the fat and the complex carbs are. So maybe you could get away with it, but you're young and you're brave. If I was you, I wouldn't include anything. There's no reason to do it, except of course you may want to include salt and magnesium, more magnesium than salt. I think I've discussed this on the How to Fast video. Now the second question, I forgot the gentleman's name, but
Waremis.
It's hard to pronounce. Okay, so anyway, sorry for that. So the second question about tea and coffee. Personally, I consume coffee and tea throughout my fast. Now there was originally, before Walter Longo came up with the fasting mimicking diet, a lot of people were questioning whether a tea or a coffee could break your fast. And really, it does not. Of course, we don't know. It may be better that you don't consume anything at all. But if the fasting mimicking diet doesn't break your fast, then coffee and tea certainly don't. On the other hand, you may think that coffee and tea could somehow make your fast, enhance your fast, because caffeine could enhance the norepinephrine release, which is one of the things that causes the visceral fat burning, the lipolysis of visceral fat in the first 2 or 3 days of the fast. So it can enhance those hormones in your body. It could also increase cortisol, of course, but I don't know if that's a good thing. Also, they have coffee and teas have tons of antioxidants. Well, they're not antioxidants, but they're things that have an antioxidizing effect on the body. Phytochemicals that cause an antioxidizing effect. So these things, you know, during the fast, in some way you want your body to feel stressed. So it could be that these antioxidants could reduce the feeling of stress that your body has. At the same time, that could be also a good thing. Maybe we don't know enough about the biological factors in fasting to know exactly how this would impact it. And definitely it hasn't been studied. But if you want to take my example, I personally consume coffee and tea. And the reason is this: honestly, it's very difficult to fast with absolutely nothing.
Mm-hmm.
You agree?
I agree.
You
cannot do it without my coffee.
Exactly. You need something to be in your mouth, to be tasting something. Otherwise, you'll look forward till the time you brush your teeth at the end of every day. Just excited about that. So you don't want to do that. So in my opinion, I think coffee and teas, you know, I use green tea and hibiscus tea, and I drink a little bit of coffee. Personally, I don't really like coffee. It doesn't have a great effect on me psychologically. But Lucie loves coffee.
And I want to mention it's black coffee and tea without sugar.
Oh, good point. Yeah, obviously don't add the cream or sugar.
Nothing.
Yeah, exactly. So if you add cream or sugar, that's a very bad solution. You know, even Voltalongo doesn't have cream or sugar in its things. So anyway, thank you guys for your questions. We'll see you next week.